You are looking good this morning, Odie, and it is all about the dogs. The Mutt Master is in the house. We are learning tips and tricks for you and your four-legged friend. That's coming up next.
Mutt and its master.
That's right. Just ask Lauren McDonald. She is live and local right now in studio with the nationally recognized dog trainer Bob Warren, a.k.a. the Mutt Master. Guys, good morning.
That's right, guys. Good morning. And you're right. I do know the strong bond between a dog and a human. You can see my dog here. He has a baby carriage. Now, if your dog is not properly trained, well, that can be a doggone problem, but not today. Have no fear. As you said, the Mutt Master, he is here talking common canine issues and giving us solutions to help build a better bond between you and your best buddy. So Bob Warren, welcome. Our first time meeting. Thanks for being here today. Now, this is Otis. You have been an independent dog trainer for over 40 years. Yeah. So you definitely know what you're doing. So when someone comes to you, we hope, right? When someone comes to you with a dog, doesn't matter the age, right?
No. It matters what I recommend, but it doesn't matter the age.
So how does it start? This is my dog. Let's just go through it, how you would assess a dog when you first meet him.
So if I saw you bringing your dog in a baby carriage, I would have you...
Take him out?
Take him out.
I see. Didn't know. Wasn't sure about that.
I'm going to move this.
Odie, come here. He can walk. Can you
That's
believe
the first
it?
thing I have to check to see if it can walk.
Exactly. Okay. So
now,
he's
a
good.
lot of people don't like the leash that you are on. There is a big anti-fan club
So,
for
wrong.
retractable leashes. No, actually, it's a great walking leash.
Okay.
But if I may, most people don't realize that this leash gets out of the dog away from them too easily, and then there's too much distance between you and the dog, and it's online, and it could get into trouble.
Okay.
It's also, especially when it's bigger, it has to be learned to do one hand. We also tell you don't put things at the end of your leash and collar.
Folks.
Well, just because, you usually fill this up with poop bags, which is good. But you have like a month, if not 2 months worth of supply. And when you have stuff at the end on the handle, it does have a tendency to come back.
Gets in the way.
Gets in the way, possibly cause a little ouch.
See, this is great. And we're just at the beginning. We've already run out of time. So we have 5 segments left. That's the beauty of this. And we're going to learn so many tips and tricks. You are going to assess Odie. You've also brought 3 dogs this morning.
3 puppies to give you a variation of dogs.
There you go, because Odie's 8. So we got a variety of training tips for all dogs, all ages this morning, and look forward to it, guys. It's going to be a doggone good morning.
I should run home and grab Milo.
Yes!
He can work on him too.
Milo would just sit there. What do you say about
Wait,
Milo?
watch this real quick. Odie, sit. Good boy.
Yay!
Good boy. He listens to me.
Skills.
He's just spoiled.
I've never seen Odie walk before.
I know.
I never have.
That's why he listens to me, because I don't make him walk all the time.
That is so natural.
Thanks, guys.
All right, 5:51 right now. You may have noticed.
You need a hand training your pet. Well, this guy is lending us his paw, teaching us all kinds of tricks, teaching Odie tricks. He can train anything. He is the Mutt Master, and he is live and local coming up after the break.
We are live and local with a Mutt Master.
Yes, and he is the Mutt Master. Bob Warren live in studio right now with Lauren McDonald, teaching us how to deal with all kinds of dogs. Good morning, guys.
That's right. Good morning. You know what? If Rover is a bit rambunctious, you probably want to reel him in a bit. But how do you do that without breaking the bond that you have with your dog? Well, the Mutt Master, he is here to tell us. Bob Warren, over 40 years of experience in dog training. You know what you're doing. So we're starting with an evaluation, right? We've gotten Odie out of the cradle, out of the stroller.
They found out, your co-workers, that he has feet
yes,
and can walk.
So, step 1,
So here's how it would be.
Okay.
A new dog comes in. I don't know what I need to tell you until I see the dog and how it responds, both meeting us in a new place and as we do some direct things to them, which is called loads. It stands for lots of action dumped simultaneously on the dog. So a new dog comes in, and I did this, and as I walk into your dog and I'm making some noise, a little louder would be even more of a load, but I come in direct, and as I pocket over him, he is in there, not moving out of space, still wagging his tail. That's awesome.
Okay.
And we had not a relationship, so this is just his level of confidence.
Right.
So he is a nicely social dog. If you're getting a second-hand dog, or if you do stuff, you see that a dog does not know how to duck unless he's been got hit and saw himself getting hit.
So in other words, he would flinch.
He would flinch.
If he was hit, yeah.
And when a dog doesn't flinch, it means he's never been hit, because they won't flinch naturally. It's
Right.
out of their realm.
Right.
So when you come in and you have a social friendly dog, you're ready to start training.
Okay.
We teach that, if I may.
Sure.
We teach all training when you start should be on leash. I'm not against any of today's modern tools, but I still like the direct bond of being attached to the leash, old fashioned. Not a new, like, fancy retractable leash, because
Right.
most people give too much line on this. It's why they don't like it. But as long as you keep it in what's called primary, 6 feet or under, or when we're close to 4 feet, you have your leash.
Right.
This stops them from being able to turn away, etc. And using cookies to start a behavior just makes sense.
Okay.
It gets them to like doing the behavior. It gets them to like to work. Sit. Good boy. Okay. Good. Sit. Good boy. Swing. Good boy. And I see you taught your dog to shake hands, so he's learning that when he smacks me, I'll give him a cookie. That's not what we really, it's a trick we try to tell you to put on the back burner.
I see. There's more
Okay.
important things.
Well, you shake hands. It's easy to teach. He learns, he gets praise and a cookie. So every time he sits now, he'll start going, "Here's my cookie."
Exactly.
And if you don't give him a cookie, he starts like the slot machine, just trying to hit more. So
Right.
it's fine on cue. I'd rather teach a sit pretty. That's a walk. Sit pretty. Come on, pretty. Come on, come on. You can do it. Oh, you are not doing it. So
Oh,
we're
come
going
on,
to change
Odie.
the trick to walk.
Okay.
Because most dogs will do cute things, and then you name it, and it's like, wow, you taught the dog to do that. But the most important thing when you're starting your dog is to keep the tail wagging.
Okay.
It's not important that he responds like he's in, like, finishing drills. He's starting drills.
Right. He's
And
locked
I was
on
listening to this Ian Dunbar from England give a talk years back, and he goes, "You guys, Americans, call this drills." Somebody in the audience raised their hand and said, "What do you call it?" He calls it training exercises.
Okay.
And truth is, I was in the audience going, I do call them drills.
All means the
So
same
drills
thing,
are,
right?
well, it's just when you get yourself ready to practice becoming smoother
Sure.
in your techniques. And again, the dog has great attention, loves work. Come on, Otis.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Sit.
I've done well,
Good.
guys.
You have done well.
Right?
You adopted
I'm
well.
a good mom.
Yes, ma'am.
Little spoiled. Little spoiled. That's all right. You know what? I'm proud.
I
It's-
do remember seeing this dog in a carriage.
He is in a carriage. But
But
you know,
he
he
can
can
walk.
walk. He can. He can.
He likes walking,
He's
I
my
bet.
buddy, that's for sure. Thank you so much for working
so
with him.
welcome. No.
You have brought some dogs as well, so
I
we're
brought some
gonna
other
bring
dogs.
those in a little later. And
Yep.
I don't know how we're gonna get Odie away. He's a big fan of Bob over here, guys.
You say he's locked in.
I always look good with cookies.
Oh,
Yeah.
also,
It's the
he
cookies.
likes cat treats. Just in case you're wondering, these are kitty
Wonderful.
treats. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. All right, 6:34.
Good morning, everybody. We have a Mutt and we have the Master coming up after the break. How do you know what your dog is trying to tell you with his body? We are going to tell you all about that coming up next. About Bubba, he is ready to take us through his class, live and local with the Mutt Master. That's coming up next, guys.
There is nothing like the bond between a mutt and its master.
That's right. Just ask Lauren right now. She is live and local in studio with the dog trainer, the Mutt Master, Bob Warren. Good morning, guys.
He's working.
Sit.
He's going to work,
Good.
right?
Swing.
You know what? When
Good.
a dog isn't
Down.
properly trained, it can
Good.
become a doggone
Good.
problem,
Okay.
right? But not today. That is because the Mutt Master, he is here. He is here with Bubba. You were showing us some
Bubba.
tricks.
Bubba is a bad to the bone dog.
He is bad to the bone.
He is built for action.
He's
He
built
has
like a brick
attitude.
house.
He
Yes.
is a brick house. And he has great confidence.
Mm-hmm.
He comes up to anybody direct, unlike the Shepherd, which has a little reservation
Mm-hmm.
to it. This guy just comes in, and the biggest thing is that he doesn't take someone out low like he's a tackle.
Right, exactly.
So, come on, boy.
So he's in your
Sit.
boot camp program
He's
right
in
now.
my puppy boot camp program.
Okay. And so he comes and stays with you 1 to 2 weeks at a time. When
For every other month,
when
like
he needs a little
clockwork.
refresher.
When he needs a little refresher, that the house, yeah, he does that.
I can't. I can't. He's
All right,
just.
wait, check this out. Look cute. Thank you. Get up. Okay, he does nail that. It helps to buy the look.
Yep. He's got
Good.
his
Loves
oh,
to
it's
work. Come on,
Monday.
where'd you
He's
take-
got the oh, wants
Wag your
Monday
tail.
face
He can't wag
every
his tail,
day.
so he gets his whole rump to wag. Come
Yeah,
on.
he wiggles,
Good doggy.
right?
Come on, there we go. Good doggy. Okay, good doggy. Come on, you can wiggle it. Come on, show it. Good, sit. Oh, that
Shake
was
what your
slow.
mama gave you there,
Shake.
Bubba.
Yeah, look, get wrinkles. Good doggy. Good dog. And calm is always a important life command. And to keep him from jumping up on me, I have my knees kind of to block him.
right.
So it's a soft show.
Right, and you say this is all much more simple than people think it is. Really,
That
there's
we make it much more complicated.
Right.
The common denominator, honestly, is we're both mammals. We live in a pack, we live in a family, they overlap. This is not where it's a big deal once you understand the simplicity of it.
Sure.
And showing the dog what you want more clearly is a technical skill.
Yeah.
And dog training truly is not a complicated task. But
Wow.
becoming smooth at it so you're sufficient and can get what you need, that just takes a little bit of focused
There you go.
practice.
All right, we still have more tips, guys. I want to try it real quick. Bubba, look cute. He
Oh,
did
God, he does it for everybody.
Right? I'm
Good.
the next
You
Mutt
are.
master.
You're the next whisperer.
She's a Mutt master in training.
Yeah.
I had no idea you could teach a dog to twerk. He was
That's right.
working it over there.
Shaking that jaw.
Yeah. Shake what your mama gave you. All right.
Yeah.
7:47 right now. Here's another live look.
I kept it a surprise. Look how we turned out. Live and local with all the dogs and the master of it all, the master of the mutts. You do not want to miss it. That's coming up next.
And you know,
Now, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but that might not be true. And this morning we are live and local with a Mutt master.
Yeah, the Mutt Master, Bob. Oh, they're going crazy here today. Bob Warren is live in studio right now with Lauren, teaching us how to deal with all kinds of dogs like we have here in studio.
Woo, we got the pet of the week in here. We got Otis. We've got Bubba.
Bubba.
And let me tell you, it's like Jurassic Bark in here, right? The dogs are taking over. And we also have the Mutt Master. So right now we're going to talk about two dogs meeting for the first time.
Okay, most important is that it takes one dog to have an incident. It takes two dogs to have a friendship. So don't assume just because your dog is friendly that that dog wants to have a friend, especially if he comes on too fast and strong.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Otis
before,
is
when Otis met the
being a
shepherd
coward.
that was a little shy, Otis was very outgoing, in its face, and etc. This dog comes in, and he's like jumping into his baby stroller.
He's a big boy.
I guess his pet taxi, we'll call it. So,
His baby stroller. It's all right. We'll call it what it is.
And just came right in and was pushing it around, so we know what we want to do for the next time. We'll get him to push the carriage for you.
There you go,
And
yeah.
when we see this coming in, you bring Otis by.
Come on.
Come on, boy. Otis doesn't want any part of him.
Right.
Because he's just
He knows
he's
he
not
can
enough
plow him
fun for
over.
this guy. So it's real important that we don't have too much leash,
Mm-hmm.
that we don't have him come together too quickly or for too long. So when they go nose to nose, it's good to have like the 3-second rule where it's like 1, 2, 3, okay, that's enough. Let's go back. That way a
Okay.
nervous dog doesn't get too heated up. And if the dogs have a tendency to think they're kind of equal or one wants to be the boss over the other, hence equal, they won't have that clarification. They won't have that
Right.
little spat.
I think we know who's the boss in this
Oh, yeah, no.
situation,
Your
right?
dog wants no part of this
But
cannonball.
it's funny because the German Shepherd, he was acting like he was King
But the
Kong
shepherd,
right
yeah,
here.
because, and they read body language. So once again, you got to learn to read the whole dog, the way it's wagging its tail, where its mouth is and head is turning, where the ears are set. A dog in high concentration will have their ears back like railroad tracks. They'll be parallel, like a good police dog, training, etc. He wants to come out. But a nervous dog would have their ears kind of all over the place.
Right.
Moving in.
Very nice. By the way, we got
My
to give a
dog
shout
likes
out.
popcorn too.
We got to give a shout out to Chester the weather dog.
For
Bubba was
sharing.
hungry. He found the popcorn. So thanks for sharing, Chess. We appreciate you. Right?
likes you.
All right, we've got one more segment, guys, and we've got more tips for all the dogs. And by the way, in case you were wondering, Bob saw the pet of the week walk in, and he says, "That's a good dog," and he can tell just by looking at him. So
It's,
there you go.
I believe it. He knows his stuff.
You know what? You guys joke about Odie not having to walk. Well, thanks to Bubba, now I don't have to walk either. We are live and local with the Mutt Master with more tips. Don't worry, I'm protecting them all. We'll see you guys after the break.
8:47, every dog needs training, and this morning we are giving you tips and tricks to help build a stronger bond between you and your mutt.
And right now, Lauren is live and local here in studio with Bob Warren from Mutt Masters with more. Guys, good morning.
Good morning. We have a new trick that Bubba has mastered. Can you believe it?
Started.
Well, it's mastered to me.
Come on.
And you know, you guys always make fun of me for having the dog stroller.
Come on, up.
Well, now,
Come on up.
Bubba is going to push for me
Push
too,
the
so
dog.
I don't
Push.
even have to walk
Push.
anymore
This
either.
is going to be, and you get a little fishing rod. You put the treat at the end of it.
And then you just go.
Yeah, show them how you push. Come
You
on.
think he can do it?
Of course you can. Come on. Good up,
Okay,
push.
there we
Push.
go.
Push.
He knows.
Push.
He knows,
Push.
right?
You got it. There it
They're
is.
just about ready to go on a nice little walk, and Odie.
Power of cookies.
Hey, he's good with it, right? All right,
Good.
so Bob, we don't have a ton of time, but tell everybody where they can get a hold of you and how you can help them build a better bond with them and their
It
pets.
starts with a phone call. Our phone number is 719-386-6888. It spells Fun Mutt, F-U-N.
There you go.
M-U-T-T. So telephone number is Fun Mutt, 386-6888. Call with questions. Most of your concerns can be helped on the phone. And if we need to see the dog, the first session is free when you come to us.
There you go, and you can give a lot of tips over the phone, as you said.
Yep, a lot of advice, but specific stuff depends on the individual dog.
All right, look up the Mutt Master. Also, he will be at the home remodeling show at the North Penrose Event Center this weekend. So if you guys have questions, you can go
We'll
up
be
there.
giving 2 talks, Saturday and Sunday.
There you go. All right, thank you so much for coming out today, Bob. I've learned a lot.
Thank you for having me.
I hope Odie's learned a lot, and I hope all of you have learned a lot.
I did. I learned a ton.
For sure.
Yeah, great information. Thanks so much. Every dog needs training, and this morning we are giving you tips and tricks to help build a stronger bond between you and your mutt.
Yeah, right now, Laura McDonald live and local in studio with Bob Warren, a nationally recognized dog trainer, and he is our Mutt Master. Good morning to you guys.
That's right. Good morning. You know what? If your furry friend has you feeling frustrated, maybe he has a barking problem, or maybe he doesn't know how to walk on a leash. Whatever training tips you need, we got him this morning. Bob Warren is here and ready to help. So, Bob, you've brought Sam today. He's a puppy, right?
Sam is a 6-month-old puppy.
Okay.
Has a little bit of nervousness, so it's good that he's out here with us now. He's settled, so you don't see it.
Right.
But his body language, when you watch him first meet things, will show that he has some apprehension to his personality. Excuse me. And you see that by when someone goes to greet him, he'll hesitate a little bit out. He won't come in as good as your dog did. That's why I said yours was good on that. But once he knows you, you don't have those, you don't get those visuals anymore.
Right. Now, is part of that because he's a puppy still?
No, it's just what he is.
It's just what he is.
There'll be puppies that come running into you, jumping all over you. Great character, bad manners. Your dog jumps on company. It doesn't have bad character. It has good character, but it needs to be shown good manners. Because a puppy that's excited, if you watch it with another puppy, will jump on each other, bite at each other, sniff each other in their crotches, etc., and start all that. So we have to show them how to behave for us.
We
so
don't want
it's
any
good
dog
manners.
fights.
And etc. So when this dog first meets something, you'll see that he'll give a hitch. He won't just come in straight. And then when you go to reach for him, he may slowly come in. His tail would be wagging, but it's not the tail wag that it has when you come home.
Right.
So people think that if a dog is wagging its tail, it's friendly. But it depends on how it's wagging its tail. So the height that it's wagging it, the bandwidth, the circle or not circle, that will show that something else is off.
Right.
So I teach that when you first come home, dog's happy to see you, hopefully, or some bigger issue. That tail wag, that's his happy tail wag. And any deviations from that means something else is going on in its head.
So a dog basically speaks to you with their body.
Absolutely. And in their tones of voice. So a dog that's happy.
He's tired. It's early.
Bored. Oh, and tired, of course.
Okay,
it is early.
there you go.
Okay, so there's a lot of different methods to train, people say, but there's really only 3 methods. You can use your bribes, your cookies, your praise, your patting, your toys. And a bridge method, that's important. Come on, Sam. Come on, be a star. Get up.
We got treats, Sam.
Go. So, well, the other method is you got to teach them to do a command when you say so. They know how to do everything. They're born lying down. You don't have to teach them how to down or sit or walk or bark or stop barking. They know that. It's on cue.
Sure.
So if we're turning around and we want to teach a dog to sit, one method called positioning is, especially with a puppy, is you would just tuck it, sit, good boy.
Yeah.
You want him to go down, it's just as easy as that, down. So what you're doing is you're saying the command and having him do it to get a reward.
And then showing him. Yeah, it's like
And
you're
that's
helping
showing,
him into
and that's
the
called
position.
positioning or the middle method.
Very good.
Because the first method should absolutely be cookies, and you should do it on leash. The fact that they'll do it without a leash when they're young, you're setting yourself up when they're older that they won't do it, and we don't want to teach them that they don't have to.
Very good. Well,
It's a
Sam
show
did
cue.
a great job this morning,
Thank
right?
you,
We got
Sam.
another pup, and you say he's your all-star. We're
He's-
going to bring him in next, right?
Yeah, he's got a waddle to his
Oh,
personality.
we cannot wait. It's all about the dogs today, and I got to tell you, Sam, he has been all ears this morning, if you know what I mean.
Sam.
He's got some
Sam.
big, beautiful
So cute.
ears.
Seriously.
He's handsome.
Oh,
He's
he is.
handsome. There
that's
you
a big dog for 6 months,
I know,
right?
that dog's going to be huge.
Huge.
go. Check out the paws.
Yeah. All right, guys, thanks a lot. We need our dogs trained. We do.